happy Sunday evening in frigid Iowa. I have gone through and found a bunch of old newspapers for my gentleman's journal. I am going to show it to you right now real quick. This is the cover I put together the other night, this topper. But after that, I videoed making the book, and my camera fell because I've moved everything to my kitchen table because the room over there where I craft has a baseboard electric heater, and it is so frigid in Iowa. I don't know if you've caught that from the news or my Instagram or anything, but it's negative 45 degrees with the 40-mile-an-hour wind chills. So it's like basically like a sunroom. There's 7 windows, and it's not keeping up. It's just cold. So I moved my camera and my lights in here on my kitchen table, and I'm just making do. But anyway, I made the cover out of a tweed, the journal, and a cake box because it was cold and I wanted to bake a cake, and I thought I'm going to make a little book out of that. Cake mix box. So this is the inside. My son picked the paper. I showed him a stack of them. I left this kind of rough and fringy. So there's the front. There's the book. Oh, excuse me. I need to go to bed. I've just been messing. And this is the back of the old diary that I've attached to the front. There we go. So now I only made it big enough for one signature. So what I've pulled today is some dictionary page. 1, 2. It's all yellowed, so it's pretty fun. Couple dictionary pages. These are just, the inside and the back pages that are solid. So they would be good to use to glue photos on or something. So I've got that. I've got, these are from, I don't think I meant to put these in here. These are from a book about, these are pages from inside the dictionary. But I don't know that I'm going to use them. No, I'm not going to use them. This is a bug one. Not going to use that. Not going to use that. I just went through and pulled all it's a big fat Webster's. I pulled the colored photos out. That's what I did. Yeah. So these are the colored photos that were inside the dictionary, but I am not using them. No. Scratch all that. I have to get my thoughts together here. And then this one, isn't that pretty? So those were the colored photos. I'm going to put those over here. This is just plain dictionary page. I'm going to use a few of those. I'm not using the bugs. This was a book that was all the front pages. This says 1925. It's just a copy of it. But, Lindbergh in Paris. I actually have a real Lindbergh cover. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Here's another one, The War is Over. This is Hostiles are begun. Over 100 Americans believe amongst Lithuanians. Okay. I don't know if I'm using these. It's just things that I pulled because they're replicas. This is an actual World Atlas and Gazetteer. This is cool. Very cool. I could do a trifoldy thing somehow. I could glue this on. And make a pocket or something, or just a flip out. Probably use that. This is one of the maps. I tried to think of what countries were involved in World War I, World War II. This is, of course, the borders would have even been different. This is Germany, Hungary, Spain, okay. I love this old map color. I got that. I got England. So in the back, Scotland. I can't speak Scottish. Scottish. United States. Isn't that just beautiful? Yeah. So I'll have to come up with a clever way to save that. This is another one of those pages. War Declaration plunges. I don't think I'm going to use these. This was tucked in one of the books, but I thought, isn't that kind of cool? So this is what we're dealing with. It's about 4.5 by 6-ish. I did go through and get some scrapbook papers that I thought looked like old wallpaper. Not so much this. I coffee dyed them today. I had a really weak leftover coffee. Well, I poured water through the grounds after the coffee. This isn't heavy enough for me. So I will go through and probably squirt some coffee on them. This could go in here somehow. Yeah. And what else have we got? This is the actual old papers. This, you know what I'm going to have to do? I know what it was. I'm going to have to take these. Yesterday, flight link to 2 continents. This is, this I'm going to have to glue these down because this is 1927. So I did go through my old newspapers. This is 1927, so that's going to have to be attached. Probably to save the plane. And then get the words on another side. Like that. That's what I'll have to do. So there's that one. This is July 24th, 1949. Air passenger service started 22 years ago in Des Moines, United Airlines. And this side, the biggest, okay, this isn't, other things that are noteworthy, I suppose, but not war or anything. This I liked. This is, yeah, the train. Look at the train. Chicago Great Western Railway. Now it's called Chicago Northwestern, isn't it? CNW. And there's the train line through Iowa. So funny. So funny. There's so many more train lines. So I've got that. There's another train one. Burlington's 100th anniversary. So Chicago Railroad Fair, June 22nd to October 2nd. This side, I don't see a date on this, but you can tell by that railroad and the clothes. This is, that looks like Richard Nixon's nose, but it can't be because this is way, way old. Taking a big chunk out of the map. That's war related. Lindbergh in Paris. The Spirit of St. Louis. So this I need to be May 22nd, 1927. So I want to get that on there somehow. Joseph's Jewelers since 1871, 6th at Locust, Des Moines. Be interesting to see if that was still there because there is still a Joseph's. Story Kenworthy, 4th and Locust. I don't know what that business was. What is this over here? Lindbergh's Mother Cries Tears of Joy. There's an old ad. Look at her. Fill up and fly with Phillips, the car. How fun is this ad? Phillips 66. Phillips 66. And then George Baker lost 11 million in the crash. Men accused of slaying woman. Mrs. Coolidge's mother is dead. Northampton, Mass. Okay. Coolidge being Coolidge, the president. 12,800 shares are sold. Police called, ambulances claim as stocks crash. This is October 25th, 1929. Half of loss is regained. Okay, what's on here? Oh, see, just the stock market value thing would be fun to cut out. Lake Michigan ship disaster takes 52 lives. That's kind of neat. A King's Farewell. Oh, that's what that was. Hold on one second here. I had this. Edward Slate. See, I tore it trying to take it out, so I've patched it. Edward sails into exile. So this is about Edward, London, England, following the text, former King Edward's farewell address to his empire. At long last, I'm able to say a few words of my own. I have never, blah, 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 blah. Broken Heart of a Queen. Queen Mary's Message, Friday. What was the date of this? There's no date, but it wouldn't be hard to research. So those go together. This is, there he is. Some believe former king is going to Switzerland. I don't know what this is about, but I bet, Joey Cardmaker, I bet you know about this. This would be some of your history. Older than you, but... Okay, I could ask Google, but she's stupid sometimes. This is July 24th, 1949. Hindenburg explodes, 34 die. That's kind of cool. You know, just because this is the 20s era doesn't mean it can't be passed, you know. Santa Fe, that's the railroad, Santa Fe Railroad. Over 50 years of a dependable piano, Stoner piano. Hindenburg explodes. Let's see. Wally. Oh, this is, you know, Wallace. Mrs. Wallace Simpson. Wallace weeps as she hears lover's voice. My goodness sakes. So that might be interesting. Oh, I liked this quote. I tore this out. This is December 12th, 1936. I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as king as I would wish to do without the help and support of the woman I love. From farewell radio talk to the empire by one-time King Edward the 8th, by the grace of God of Great Britain, Ireland, and the British dominions beyond the seas, King, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. I don't know what that story is all about. Iowans read the most publicized love story of the 20th century. I guess I've got some research to do. When roots go deep, look at that. Standard Oil Company. So this is the beginning with the horse and the tanker. And there's where we're at in the time of this ad. Passengers save lives by jumping, Lakehurst, New Jersey. Okay. Baby Lindy, new world spotlight. Okay, Lindbergh child is kidnapped. March 2nd, 1932. Chinese retreat to 12-mile zone demanded by Japs. Baby Lindy, new spotlight. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. So those are some of the papers I found. Iowa judge beaten by farmers. Yikes. Power to cut gold in dollar. I am tired. I'm going to babysit tomorrow because people's furnaces have been going out. They're running. They just don't stop in this cold snap. And a lot of people, about 5 years ago, my pipes froze. And I called for a plumber to come. And I was on the list, but there were people whose furnaces had gone out. There are cattle farmers, how their waters freeze up. So I was like not important. I was important, but not as important. Anyway, they were here like within 2 days. And I showered at I had heat. I showered at my son's, and, you know, I could cook and everything. But anyway, the daycare center, which is, has a board of directors and everything. That's where my one grandson goes. And their furnace went out. So they're going to be closed tomorrow. There's a good old dark spot. I like that. So I'm going to get to babysit. I said, sure, bring him over. Yes, we can do that. I said, bring that little boy, but bring some juice, because I said all I have is, I'm addicted to blue Gatorade. I said all I have is blue Gatorade, cranberry juice, and milk. So I'm just going to guess on sizes. I don't care if they're the same size. And I actually might even make this really grungy and tear it even more than I normally would. I also think I'm going to do a little, okay, that's too, I don't like that one. That's too female-y. I might not use this one. I might take some steel wool to it and make it really, really grunged up. This is torn. We'll go this way. Actually, just do this and this. I'm guessing. Okay, we'll put some of this together. Let's see. I had a pile. Where'd it go? Here it is. That. All right, where's the rest? And my other granddaughter's coming. Also, I thought she might have fun. The school's closed. I think I'll go this way. Am I going to go that way? No. The school's closed, so I said, does she want to come over and play? So she's coming. She's 8. She likes to play with the baby. The little grandson that I'm watching is 1.5 years, 1 3/4, something like that. Then I have this page from a book about Edinburgh. So I think I'll use that. The grungy side out. Actually, I might make that be in the center. This might have to be 2 signatures after all. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 13, 14, 15, 16, but this will be good down to this. No, you know what? That probably won't be, because then you can read both sides. Let's see. And my son has a shop. I say my son has his own business. He deals in bait and tackle, because we live on a lake. Bait and tackle. And then he also has firearms and ammunition. And he specifically collects old military. And we're talking foreign country military. Like, he loves anything to do with World War II. He's got a lot of foreign countries. He's very, very knowledgeable about borders, the changing of the borders, the weapons they used during World War II, World War I. He knows all that stuff. So I'm going to go to his shop probably not, well, maybe tomorrow. He's got an extensive amount of books and pamphlets that are old. He's got old holsters. He's got old, the straps that the long guns that they used to carry them, but they're old, really worn out leather. So that's why I'm going. Well, that and the books. But I was thinking about getting one of those leather straps with the buckle and leaving the buckle, but maybe wrapping it and going around. I mean, they are worn, or just going around. Some of them are thin. I know he's got a whole slew of them. So I think I'm going to go and see what that's all about for a strap for this book. So this, see now, like this. Let's see, I've been on 21 minutes already. This, I don't want to lose this plane. So I think, and it's so fragile. Oh, my Barely Art glue will be here. It was supposed to be here. Well, there was no delivery. It's like, I'm telling you, like, I watched Tim Pool, and Tim Pool goes, I'm from Chicago. He's out here because of the campaign. I don't know if you know who Tim Pool is, but he's got his YouTube channel with millions of followers. He's a conservative. He'd probably say he's libertarian, but anyway, regardless, he's out here in Iowa covering everything, and he's had all the candidates on his little podcast. And he says, I'm from Chicago. I'm like, it can't be that bad. Come on, Iowa. And he goes, it is blowing. Well, the difference between Iowa and Chicago is it's called flat, open plains. We're in the plains. The Midwest, well, some places have hills, but we are flat. It is flat. And when the wind blows, you need a half inch of snow and you can have a whiteout. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grunge this up. I don't have my ink. I've got everything put away because the baby's coming. I'll grunge this all up real good, and then I'll have the old thing on the inside. So there's one. This, kind of like this. So I could do, this is going to be tough. Trying to figure out what to get rid of. See, I can't get this and this. So I could have this on one side. Oh, poop. That's cool. I love that old piece of equipment. I saw Volkswagen today. The whole front end, it was red. I left home because my cats needed food, and usually they have a self-feeder and it's full, and they don't butt it with their head. They're so dumb because they're so spoiled that we have to like shake it to get the cat food to come out. Anyway, I took that part away and put it up high, and I was just like not making them go without food. I was just not indulging them. And if I'd have ran out, they'd have been getting a pork chop or a chicken breast or something out of the freezer. I would have scrambled them eggs or something. But it was getting down there, and it was like, we've been stranded for 3 days. I need to do something about these cats. So anyway, we left today. Ran to the Dollar General, and the roads were completely clear. But, depending on the direction you're going, if the wind is going across, it could be 6-foot-high drifts. Anyway, there's a red Volkswagen sitting there. The front end was missing, and it had a different colored front end, like from a junkyard. And I'm thinking, oh my God, can you imagine being in a blizzard in a Volkswagen? It would be terrifying. The wind. Oh, I had a Kia Soul. I had that thing. I bought it in 2010, and it was a 2010. I bought it, well, it wasn't brand new. It was the year it was born. It even had born in Georgia. So the year it was built is the year I bought it, but it had 29,000 miles on it. I drove that thing for almost 10 years. I drove it a long time, and I loved that little car, but it had a warning, top heavy, in the wind, about turning over there. How about that? That's kind of cute. I don't think I can get any of the ad. I could get the Standard Oil. Yeah, I love that little damn car. You could put the seats down in the back, and they're so high. The headroom in a Kia Soul is so high that when I moved here, I took my my table from outside, patio table, turned it upside down with the glass lit tabletop, slid it in. There was room for the legs going up, and laid the chairs in on top of it in that little bitty doggone car. See, I got Standard Oil. That could go somewhere on here. So I'm going to stick that in there. Okay, I suppose I probably should start cleaning up some more. This is kind of cool looking. And get ready for my little baby. He's so cute. He likes this cartoon on TV. It's called Trash Truck. Literally, it's a garbage truck. And all he does is he'll point at the TV and go, trash truck, trash truck. Sorry for boring you. I don't want to get rid of this. I think I'm going to back this with a big piece. I have a sketch pad that's huge. And figure out a way to preserve that. That's pretty cool. This is Wally Weeps. I don't know how to save that. I kind of want to save that. It's funny how it's hard. You don't want to destroy things. A Broken Heart of the Queen. Well, we'll take Queen Mary's message off. I could do this. See, I could do things like this. Put some lace behind it. A King's Farewell. I have to think of that. I'll have to think about some of these. This is just a cool old ad I don't want to lose. Oh, I am tired. So we got shoveled out yesterday at one of my friends. Her husband runs a skid loader and cleans, businesses and things like that out for his winter gig when it's like this. And her son is a high schooler, a senior, and he came with one of their old pickups with a, what do you call it on the front? A blade. And he cleared my driveway, and then he had a snowblower with him. And he had another kid with him. But they had me cleared out after 3 days. But I didn't care. I have so many groceries, and I'm good to go. I don't have to leave if I don't want to. It kind of forces you to just sit back and say, you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to stress about it. Unless you have to go to work. But even our Dollar General didn't open. They can't open if you can't get in the driveway. So there's that cute little ad. And I might Something like this I might end up making the centerfold. All right, one more piece of paper to fold. Actually, I could make a pocket and then do that. I always forget about doing that till it's in there, and then I do it. So there's a pocket and a page. Pop that in. And yeah, why not? We can have another one. Yeah. Yep, that's what we'll do. All right, there we go. 2 of those. I love this paper. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna quit. Before I quit, where'd my book go? I'll do a little quick flip through of this. This is, I don't know, this is huge. So I've got some things tucked in here. That's why, for one thing. So we've got the inside. Got a postcard. Got Gold Digger. A couple of tags. These are Joey Cardmaker. Grungy Wallpaper by Amy at the Crafty Cat. Got a belly band with a real grungy brown paper from the inside of a wrapping paper roll. This is from 1924 Linens and More, her envelopes. This is just an old photocopy of some writing I saw somewhere and photocopied. Let's see, there's that. Then I've got a couple of things. Here's another one of those old brown papers that I did. Amy has these labels. That's just beautiful. Those come with that wallpaper kit. This is just a Tim Holtz card, and I've just added a little bit to it. Joey's kit. Need a pocket. A couple of little tags. I need to finish pages like this. I've got this lace to go on here. This was a coverlet thing that I had that went over a dress. So there's that. This lady, Joey's kit. I made an envelope and wrote on it. Made a little fake letter. Document off of. Another thing I did, I went through and I put gold on the pages with my fingertip. You can see it. So, a couple of receipts, an old postcard. I got these at a garage sale. Old document. It's not old. Oh, no, this page flips out. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've looked at this. This I did with Tammy at Lufufru Studios, and she's doing the color and a shape, and her color was blue and her shape was oval, so I made a little dangle with it, and I went ahead and used it because I need to use it. I don't need the stash, and I put 3 or 4 little different places. I'm going to add some more dangles so they'll hang off. Little book. An old advertisement on here. Stuck that in some vellum. London Bridge, that's for Joey. He grew up in that area, he's told me. This is some Castles of Edinburgh. Rudyard Kipling is English. This is a poem he wrote. I like that. Hidden paperclip. I thought it was from Odelsina. It's a Bohemian crafter or something like that. I can't remember her name, but I'll look it up. I need to correct that on my YouTube channel. This is an envelope that is from Joey's kit. I addressed it, put a stamp on it. That's from 1924 Linens and More. Postmarked it. Blue oval from the Color Combo 2024. Yeah. I get her and Amy's mixed up. I just put a really old piece of paper in there and one of Joey's gentlemen, because he wrote a love letter. I wrote a love letter in there and laughed doing it. So there's that. This is piano roll, and that's the back. And now I've got all this to add. Some laces. One of Amy's, it's like a window thing, and I did do one of those. It's somewhere laying here, right here. I put a photo in on the inside. And there's this one. I think I'm going to go around it with lace or something. So there's two of those. This is her envelope I haven't done anything with yet. Another piece of lace to add. This is, I got this idea from Amy. She says that Carol Laws does them too. I haven't finished it because my hole punchers are out there and my crocodile. But I just left them the way Joey had them. And added two photos on this side. I have to finish that. There's this tag. And there's one of those pockets. Coin pockets. I just made that up and covered it with some scrap paper. So that's it. I am working right along, bouncing between the two. Oh yeah, I added a little bit more lace tonight. So I've got these two, and I'm having a blast with them. All right, guys, I need to get to bed. I'm about ready to drop. Good night. Let's have a good week. We're almost through January. Can you believe it? Good night. Bye-bye.